I didn't even know this was dropping today. I'm going to be honest. Benny the Butcher decided to drop The Plugs I Met 2. I didn't even know he was working on a sequel at all. I really was not anticipating this release. Maybe it's because I don't really pay attention on social media very much, but I gotta say I'm excited. For those of you who don't know who Benny the Butcher is, shame on you, and I'm not going to explain it. Let's not waste no time. Let's get into the first track. It's called When Tony Met Sosa. Beautiful.
The game broke my heart in 3 places. I never show it. Close my eyes and the voice in my eardrums tell me for the feds come to turn these breadcrumbs to a hedge fund. Gotta type.
Make a list and I'm on the hills like shoe polish? Relax.
Yeah, okay, we know it's rap, but don't forget we hustlers. And how we used to bag dope up on empty stomach.
El Musica de Harry Fraud. Bruh, that was a great opener to the album. Like the energy, this is what I expect from Benny the Butcher at this point. And he's living up to it. So let's just keep it rolling. Next track is Overall featuring Chinx.
Yeah, I don't showboat. You niggas know though. Me and Bono minus Gina, we like Tony and Manolo. Your dough showed
Oh my god. Bruh, that synth bass. I love when you combine these old samples with that just dirty synth bass in the back, and then you got a real rapper just talking that drug talk. This shit, it feel different.
In the door, I've been in go mode. She asked the same question like,
why you never smiling in your photos?
The same reason Bobby went solo. This takes slow-mo. I'm in it for the bank, we winning overall. I'm creeping in the like real slow.
Oh man, let me tell you, that right there, that is not a hook you hear every day. I mean, that's some old school shit. Like that's that it's that gangster talk shit. I don't know. Like it's really refreshing to hear a rapper rapping at the caliber of Benny the Butcher get this amount of attention, because this is the shit I grew up on, like just real rap. And then these type of hooks just feels like such a throwback. I love this shit. This is fire.
Yeah, you know way I blew up the weight. Niggas thought I had a cake. Mr. Extra 12 grams on every 20.
That sample. Hey, hold on. I gotta give credit to Harry Fraud, because you are spazzing on this instrumental right now.
I'm business savvy, so they throw them digits at me. These niggas wanna win, but don't know the business, daddy. Use a coach flight, me, I'm lit, Rose Dome. What I mean is I got options, man, I control the ball.
The song is almost over, but I almost am not getting tired of the sample switching in the background. It's the same two to three parts of the sample, but it just feels so right. I would play this shit again just because of the instrumental, but these niggas is rapping too. It's damn.
Early, never late, money forever tall. I'm in it for the bank, we winning overall.
So that was Overall featuring Chinx. That shit was heat. When I saw Harry Fraud, I knew the instrumentals were going to be fire, but I wasn't ready for that sample, I'm going to be honest. Next track is called Plug Talk featuring 2 Chainz. This is going to be interesting. I know a lot of niggas sleep on 2 Chainz, but you niggas got to know when 2 Chainz wants to rap, he will rap.
Hey, yo, Harry, you crazy for this shit.
For real, you are.
Talk, got my name off of drug talk. Told you, they don't make niggas like the
Oh my God.
In interviews talking plug talk, got my name off of drug talk. $250,000 for a tour overseas, I'ma have to learn another language. You the richest on the team, but you still work the hardest, make changes. True story, got a quarter from my plug on the day I got raided. Held it down, I ain't lose it. Think he told but can't prove it. You hear sounds of the pot scraping, me I only hear music.
Yo, this nigga, the drug talk is at its highest form. This nigga said, when you hear scraping on a pot, I hear music. That is What?
Body like she work at Magic. And since I'm rich, I deserve her. If she fuck a broke nigga, that's tragic. I flew in from Houston.
Bilingual and I'm multifaceted. Chris Kringle when I'm in my baggage. 100 feet above average. By 21, I was a savage. Lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. Plug talk like a Tesla. Ball hard, Uncle Fester. Did this with no effort.
Y'all, you get it? Plug talk like a Tesla, because a Tesla's an electric vehicle and you gotta plug it into.
I can make the folk rotate. I only care about me. I tell you, happy birthday on the wrong day. Turkey Bags was my best friend. Bodyguard.
So that was Plug Talk featuring 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz is such a interesting rapper. I feel like he's in this happy medium of making bars that are super well thought out, and then also in that realm where he's not even trying to overthink the bars at all. And then it almost comes to a point where a lot of the lines that he throws in there are almost comical, and you could tell he's just kind of mastered the art of doing that. Like 2 Chainz is a cheat code. Great track. Benny killed it. Harry killed it. 2 Chainz killed it. I'm gonna have to keep giving Harry his props because these samples are fucking insane. Let's go to the next track. It's called Live By It.
But you coming, nigga. Guns don't make you safe, but I'm strapped with mine. It's about awareness and your reaction time. I gave guns to little niggas who not responsible for them. The power of having a gun, a big obstacle for them. Talk that tough shit, you never see me jacking it. This heat clapping make street savages, peace advocates. West Coast, and we cherished it. Now I want my young niggas shoot us like Pete Maravich. You shot up a crowd.
Oh my God. Oh God. Bruh, I don't even know what to say at this point. Let's just keep going, I guess. This shit is heat.
Heard some niggas had some money on my hat. Live by it, you die by it. 2, 3s, K's, and Max. You send a shooter here, I send him back.
Another like old school gangster rap shit. And by old school, I do want people to know, like, I'm really talking about like late 90s, early 2000s, like maybe even around the time 50 Cent was like Get Rich or Die Trying. I'm really referring to shit like that, like DMX and shit. It really feels like it's coming from that same era, and I enjoy shit like that. That's that talk. When somebody raps with such conviction and such an ability to put bars together while telling a story, it's honestly a talent that goes underlooked, I feel, because it's easy to talk street shit and it get boring. I really feel that because there's so many people doing it now, and they do it so casually, but it feels like when certain people do it, people like Conway the Machine and people like Benny the Butcher, it feels genuine because, I mean, do we have to say, I mean, it's genuine, my nigga. Come on now.
For a minute, robbery was my new profession. Pop up at your crib dressed like UPS man. Show me what a
Bruh, like this instrumental is doing this really, some of the switch ups, it has this ARP pan to the right side that's just kind of faintly in the background, and it's just an arpeggio. It creates this really, I don't know, sinister type of feeling when Benny is just talking that talk, and it fits so perfectly. I think Harry Fraud, you really captured the energy that Benny was going with, and I gotta give credit. So that was Live By It. I think that might be my favorite song so far. I think just the instrumental and Benny's delivery and just the lyrical content that was in it, it was just, it came together so perfectly for me. That one I would put on repeat for sure. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. It's called Talking Back, featuring the legend Fat Joe. I'm ready.
I was in a cell thinking about ways to get rich. All these chains on my neck, I'm still a slave in a sense. Ben Frank on 100, but my face on a brick.
Woo!
Shots hit you, Doc, stick you with a staple gun. You not a gangster till they put you in the paper once.
I like the mixture of that old school, like mafia feeling sample with some of the new school swing. Just like that repeating, that the snare doing triplets and the hi-hat and some of the patterns are very much so modern. So it has this new feel to it, but it still feels a part of like what was happening previously on the album. So it still fits in with the overall sound of the album, but just switching up that bounce, man, that shit feels nice. That's fire.
Track me in and out of car, Harvey Weinstein. Do that right up in the pot, gave him pipe dreams. Watch it spread like the Wuhan virus. Do him dirty for the low like Wu-Tang Cyrus. Mopping niggas, moving keys like a janitor. Gangs in New York, my niggas will pull a heat out. So Butcher, if he pokes the right artery, he'll bleed out.
I I mean, Fat Joe did alright, I guess. So that was Talking Back featuring Fat Joe. I really enjoyed Benny the Butcher's part. Fat Joe, I felt like his verse was too short for me to really even give a fair critique of it. But it was pretty mid. It was just your regular. See, what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about how drug talk could get very boring very quickly if the delivery's not right or if the storytelling isn't there. And I felt like on that track, Benny did a great job, but Fat Joe kind of did your typical, generic verse about, shit that happens in the streets. I have heard enough of that type of rap to know what I like and what I don't, and what Fat Joe did. It did enough to where the track is listenable, and I would replay that simply because of the instrumental and Benny. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling Fat Joe on that one. Not really. So the next track is called No Instructions.
We not connect unless we get paid. Prison left me enraged. Knife work, Wesley and Blade. They know I'm up, so they expect me to change. I'm plugged on both sides. Dope boy with executive game. Diamonds, this flow right here, I was the first to find it. I sold work and grinded. My bitch ran the phone before she earned designer. This way of life, you can tell we perfected.
Did he just say my girl ran the phone before she earned designer? This man is different.
I read the Bible and the Quran. On a vinyl cot, I sat behind them federal walls. I made a promise to sign a letter to God, but I broke it when I came home selling Mexican raw.
So like the title No Instructions is really just referring to trying to find a way out, trying to find your way in life. Nobody really telling you what direction to go. Nobody telling you what books to read, I guess, to gain the knowledge to where you'll have that value to where you could make it out. Like nobody has the answers. So he's basically saying nobody has the answers to getting to where they want to be in life. So how can you judge me for the things that I did when, I'm saying I'm just a product of my environment at the end of the day.
Go. Dream big, just look what my team did. They try to box us in, it's like the game seem rigged. These rappers, if you want my nigga, let them convince you to do what they never done, my nigga. They just trying to sell records, it's all a front, my nigga. But principles come first when you wanna bust, my nigga.
It's interesting to hear somebody's perspective on, artists kind of pimping out the idea of being a tough guy, pimping out the idea of being in the streets, selling drugs, hearing that perspective, and then also knowing like there are people who base their whole careers on that type of thing and they've never done it in their whole entire life. So that was No Instructions. Once again, I love the concept that he chose with this one, just talking about different circumstances he was put in and how he just had to figure a way out, and he ended up being here at the end of the day. So niggas just got to figure it out. That's all it really is. Nobody's gonna hand out and give you the answers. Sometimes you just got to figure shit out. So let's go on to the next one. It's called Longevity featuring French Montana and Jim Jones. Yikes.
My body language just as loud as my voice, and they all catch it. All I do is look, and that send them a small message. Now that's a bars, huh?
Oh, all I do is look, and I cinema, large message, cinema. That's hard.
Longevity.
Talking mills, I got 6 cash. Slick Rick chain, mink drag. Pockets poking like Kim ass. My garage like 6 Flags. My lawyer Jewish, born Muslim, shoes Christian. The vision is
French Montana just
Here's some candid advice. Dope is an iPhone wet to save it, you jam it in rice. But you probably never cooked up 1,000 grams of the whites. In the same breath, I know niggas that went from fortune to broke. Hold on tight. New convictions turn to crucifixions. You hear me? For us exploiting people for their true addictions. So
I actually liked Jim Jones' addition to the track. I honestly, and I'm not trying to be overly bashful on French Montana, but I honestly feel like Benny the Butcher and Jim Jones by themselves could have just made that a way better track. I think taking French Montana's verse off would have been the better thing. I don't even think French Montana's verse flowed well with what the other two were doing. At the end of the day, it's just my personal preference. I don't necessarily like French Montana that much. Let's go on to the next track. It's called Survivor's Remorse featuring Rick Hyde.
Doubt guilt, damn, cause I'm paid and all
It's definitely a sentiment that a lot of people who were raised in an environment like that have. That's a mentality where it's like, yeah, I made it, but like a lot of the niggas I came up with are either not here anymore or in jail.
that one little run you ain't been popping since. My plug guarantee me 50 Greg Popovich. See that the trap and play this drug stuff, they gon' get a blood rush. I get a witness hit, fuck it, I get a judge touch.
Oh my God. Yo, chill out. Why? I thought the track was over, and then this nigga Benny's like, nah, I'm not done. I'm not done yet. It's not dead yet. The beat hasn't been killed. It hasn't been moited.
Your family through a bubble, waiting on a court date like Duffel. That's my nigga, that could've been me.
Oh my God. That's the best one. That's the best track. Benny killed it. Rick killed it. Fire. Let's go into the last one. It's called Thanksgiving.
I'm one of them hustlers, you gotta tell thank you. Got advice from my dog, I accept it cause it's love. He said when niggas couldn't sell it they self, they was hitting me.
Oh my God. I know I stopped talking about Harry Fraud's instrumentals. It doesn't mean they got bad, but this one is what? First of all, you got strings in this ear. You got a old timey, like almost what is it called? It's a piano, but it's a different type. Anyways, there's a lot going on with this instrumental. There's so much to admire and listen to. And then this nigga Benny just in the mix, just in the middle of it, just talking that talk. How many times am I gonna say that this video? I don't know.
Rappers in my genre wanna beat me still. I'm too far ahead, it's easy to feel like I'm cheating when I read these deals. You should thank me, nigga. You should thank me. Somebody tell me thank you. What you gonna tell me,
oh man.
Somebody tell me thank you.
Thank you, nigga. Damn, that was fire. So that was the plugs I met too. I don't know how much I can say that I haven't said already. It was good rapping over great instrumentals. I don't know what else to say. I think Benny is one of the best rappers in this lane when it comes to drug talk and just talking street shit. More than not, I mean, Benny is he's the upper echelon, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. Come on, man. Harry Fraud with the instrumentals, all of these like straight out of a mafia fucking movie samples, like opera shit, like the strings in the background, just the samples are usually super spaced out, and Benny's just in the mix, just never letting up, just never lighthearted, just serious the whole time. And from front to back, I can't tell you a weak Benny the Butcher verse. From front to back, he did not give one. My only issue with this project would probably just be a couple of the features just didn't need to be on there, in my personal opinion. But besides that, great tracks. When Benny the Butcher is the focus, I feel like that is the best parts of this album. Even on a track like Survivor's Remorse with Hyde, who gave a great verse. It was a great verse alongside Benny, but I feel like that second verse that Benny spit was what really brought that track to a different level and just kind of upped the intensity on that one. But yeah, if I had to give this album a rating, I'd have to give it an 8 out of 10, and it sucks. I wanted it to be, I wanted to give this a higher rating because I enjoyed it quite a bit, but those features really take away those two songs on this already short album. So I have to be realistic at a certain point. Am I ever going to go back and listen to those two songs? Most likely not. I'm going to be honest. Most likely not. I'll stick with the other tracks, the other 7 out of the 9. So I got to give it an 8. 8 out of 10. That's my opinion. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Did you guys enjoy it? What was your favorite track? And what are some other albums you want me to react to? Keep tuning in. I got a lot more videos to show you guys. I just wanted to get this most recent one out just to make sure that you guys know I'm still active on the new album. So yeah, that's about it. Enjoy the music while you can. Thanks for watching. Peace.